Monday. Welcome to another episode of Make Money Monday. I am Becky Lander, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller, and I am so happy you are here joining us. I know we are in the thick of summer, so I hope that you're actually listening to this from the pool or the beach or a lake or wherever that might be for you. But today's episode is really about one of the most underrated tools that a direct seller could actually be tapping into right now, but they're most likely not. So if we haven't met before, I am live every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, with a money-making tip on Mondays to help you grow your direct sales biz faster. And today's is not going to disappoint. It might freak a couple of you out. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple things in here that you might be like, wait, what? So this is going to be a good one. If you find it valuable, click that share button, send it out to your biz besties and your network. But I got to say that today's episode really has to do with building on your own turf. And I just chatted with somebody the other day who got a message. Well, I've talked to a lot of people lately, actually, that have been getting those messages where you can't send any further direct messages or private messages on Facebook until you upload your ID. And then it gets stuck and you can't continue. And then also somebody that did get their ID uploaded, it got rejected, and they were told that they cannot post in groups or pages until 2027, like June 2027, a year from now, you guys. Like, we've talked about Facebook jail before, but this is like next level Facebook jail. It's a little bit terrifying as someone who also has built a big business on social media. But it's a little bit of a reality check that here on social media, we are building on borrowed land. We do not own this space at any moment. The algorithm could change. Facebook could do whatever they want with our account, with our profile, with our content. And so you got to have a backup plan. You got to have a home base for your business. And I just recorded a podcast the other day sharing this as well. But I think, long gone are the days that we can build an actual business, not just like a little side hobby that's bringing us a couple $100 a month, but like a real business. We can't do that with just our social profiles and our company's replicated website. We need a little bit more to it to be able to capture leads, to connect with people, to talk to them directly and not have to go through a message request or go through the algorithm to get our content seen. We really need to be building in our own place. I saw this coming a couple of years ago, and that's really why we've built our platform, Oh My High. It's specifically designed for direct sellers and other small business owners, but direct sellers in particular, because I kept seeing things like this happening over and over again. A direct seller would meet somebody at an event, give them their business card, send them to their company replicated site, never see them again or never hear from them again. Or a direct seller would show up on social and pour their heart and soul into their social account just for it to be shut down. So if you are a serious business owner, then today's video is for you, because we got to talk about how to build something that you truly own, where you own the relationship with the contacts that you're making. It helps you build your personal brand, and you're not reliant on all this other stuff that keeps kind of weighing us down. So as you're joining in, make sure you say hello. I'd love to see who's on today. Let me know where you're joining from and let us know the brand that you're building. But I got to tell you that tomorrow on the podcast, I brought a couple of our Academy members that are just doing some really, really big things with their business. And some of the stories I'm going to share with you are from a direct seller that has added 125 new team members during a time that people are like, nobody's joining anyone's team. They're joining her team, and she's going to share a little bit of the strategy behind how they're finding her and deciding to join her team. We have someone that's talking about how they've added a retreat to complement their direct sales business, and how she sold $4,000 in the first hour of launching that retreat, because she had a place to send people, she had a warmed up email list, and a call to action to buy those retreat tickets. So huge celebration there. And then another person that's talking a little bit about how she's built big on social, like tens of thousands of followers, but people weren't seeing her content. So launched a website to capture those followers that really do want to be hearing from her. And with one post, added over 600 leads to her CRM for her to nurture and connect with. So these are all just a few of the examples that we're talking about on the podcast, but the commonality is that all of these people are using an Oh My High website to capture their leads, to connect with people, to better serve their clients and grow their business. So, here's 3 things that a website can do for you if you've kind of been like, well, I have a website. I have my company website. Why would I need another website? Here's a couple things to be thinking about, right? So one thing it can do for you is it can capture your leads, right? So yes, you can capture leads on social, but you're having to have a direct conversation, then move them somewhere else and put them in a spreadsheet. What I mean by capture leads is they can go to your website, they can fill out a form, and they can automatically start receiving communication from you, whether that's email or text. So that's what a website can do for you. A website can show your personal brand. And so you are showing up when people are searching for your product or your location. So this is great for Google search, but it's also great to show up in AI search results as well too, right? We want you showing up when people are looking for your stuff. And when it's building your personal brand, it's like showing your favorite products and giving your narrative about what you recommend and how you work with your people and a little bit about yourself. And that's kind of why people stalk you on social media anyway. They want to know more about you. They're not going to get that from your company replicated site. So this is a place for you to really build out that full brand. But best of all, a website is always open. It's always open. It is always on. It is always working for you. I love that I get new leads while I'm at my kids' softball game. I love that people can learn a little bit more about my story while they wake up at 2 a.m. With their toddler and they're scrolling on social and they click over to my website. I love that emails can be sent to all different people in all different locations without me manually having to push that send button, that it's all scheduled out and it's all automated. So those are a couple things that really differentiate why you'd want to have your own place to send people to versus continuing to rely on social. The other cool thing that you're going to hear on the podcast tomorrow, I feel like I'm just dropping all the teasers here, is a couple people that have gone above and beyond what their direct sales business offers. So whether that's layering in coaching or a course or a product bundle that people could purchase or even a membership, you can do that when you have your own hub. So if you're building your direct sales business, but maybe you have a bigger vision in mind, maybe it's launching a podcast, maybe it's building an email list or becoming a food blogger or whatever that could be, this gives you the platform to continue to build that. So my action item for you this week is to think about, is it time to do it? Is it time? I know some of you listening already have your sites up and they're working for you in the background, but I know there's a lot of others out there that are kind of on the fence and trying to decide, is this an investment that's going to pay off for my business? Is this something that I really need to have, or can I just kind of keep doing what I've been doing? So I want to challenge you to, take a hard look at your business and also how long you want to be in business. If this is just like a little side thing that you're doing for a couple months to make a few $100s in your pocket, you probably don't need Oh My High. If you're just getting started and you're talking to people one-on-one, you probably don't need Oh My High. But if you've been in this industry for a while and you plan to stay in this industry, you got to take a hard look around at what's happening with social and really think about, do I own these contacts? Do I know how to nurture these people? Can they connect with me outside of social? And what happens every time I send a new lead or a new potential customer over to my replicated site? They're probably just gone. Right? It's very rare that they actually convert into an immediate sale. So let's send them somewhere in between so you can grab their information, you can capture that information, you can nurture them, connect with them, and then convert them into a new customer or a new host or a new teammate or all of those things that you're looking for. So we do have a special promo going on right now for Oh My High, and I thought I'd drop it here just in case you're in the thick of summer, you're sitting by the pool and you're thinking, okay, I hear you. Now's the time to do it. So you can get all the details over at ohmyhigh.com/LP/leads. There's a short video that talks about how to collect leads through your website and a very special offer that you're not going to want to miss. So if you have any questions on how this could work for you, message me. I can let you know if it's going to be a good fit for what you're doing. But definitely tune into the podcast tomorrow. Nobody wants to be in a spot where they're messaging me and telling me they're blocked on social until mid 2027. No, thank you. But tomorrow's episode, you're going to hear from, I think we have Ashley, Julie, Stephanie, Evelyn, Amory, Jen, Natasha, seven awesome people that are going to share about how they're using their website and how it's been a total game changer